Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Little House Knits podcast. My name is Michelle, also known as Scully B on Ravelry. You can also find me on Instagram as McTuck76. If I seem a little peppy, it's because this is take 972. I seem to be having trouble saying hello, so hello! How have you been? Hopefully you've been well. It has been a while since we talked last, a little bit longer than I had planned on, but it's summer, and summer with kids, and even if they are teenagers, it still gets a little hectic, last minute adjustments and plans. I had actually tried to record this probably about a week and a half ago, and I had the house to myself, and I got everything set up, and I got everything ready. And I sat down and I hit play and I started. I think I got like 2 minutes in, and then my front door opened. And as usual, it was my mom. She's got a key, so she can show up whenever. But yeah, so that threw things off a little bit. And I really had every intention of recording really early this morning when teenagers were still sleeping and my husband was out doing his thing, and I just couldn't. I had so many things that I had to get out of my head and write down, and plans and lists. I can't be the only list maker. I know I'm not. Lists. It's never ending. But anyway, things have been good here. Hopefully they have been good with you as well. Hopefully you've been busy, but enjoying your summer. Let me see. I'm trying to think. The last time we spoke, I think I had mentioned that there was going to be like 100 and something degree day on Saturday, which there was. It was very hot, and my husband's not a big fan of the water, and neither is my older son. So my youngest, Seamus, and I decided we were going to go to the beach, and I thought we were being so smart, and we were going to get up super early, and we were going to go to the beach and get a really good parking space and get a really good spot on the beach. And apparently everybody else who was thinking about going to the beach that day had the same idea, because I couldn't believe it. The beach that we usually go to is Hampton Beach in New Hampshire, and if you're familiar with it, you know that down the middle of the beach, like the whole stretch, there's metered parking, and that's really the best if you're only going to stay a few hours, because my complexion doesn't do well in the sun, even with SPF 9000. So we were only going to stay for a few hours, leave by lunchtime at the latest, and yeah, so that was the best option. So I couldn't believe it. We got there maybe about 7:30 in the morning, and the parking was almost to the end of the beach, the end of the strip there. So, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever done that in all of my years going up there. So it was hot, and everybody knew it. But yeah, we lucked out, because when we were leaving, I couldn't believe it. It made me feel so old. I remember going up there in high school, and like it was the parking lots that people have around the beach. When we were in high school, it was crazy if it was like 10 or maybe even $20 to park. And I was driving home, and there were people charging like $50 to park for the day. And it's just like, man. I looked at Seamus. I said, I'm sorry, if we got up here later and it was $50 to park, I said, you could just wave to the beach and we're going home. So, but we lucked out. We got a spot. And it was really nice. Yeah, it was good. Fortunately, the weather has calmed down a bit. It hasn't been quite as humid. It's been actually really beautiful. And you can sort of tell fall's coming. You get those nice, cool sleeping nights, so that's pretty good. But anyway, enough about the weather, because I'm sure, you've got weather where you are, and it's probably not much different from here, unless you're in the southern hemisphere. And if you are, oh my God, hello. Hopefully your winter's going well. Yeah. Oof. Sorry, I'm a bit out of sorts today. I was trying one of my lists. I was trying to, I haven't, I have all the, I always have notes about what I'm trying to convey to you in these episodes. But I was sort of going over that and making sure I didn't leave anything out. I probably am, but you know what? I'll be back again soon. I have set a schedule for myself, so I'm going to be doing this a bit more frequently. The episodes might be a little bit shorter, but I find if I leave large gaps, I sort of forget all the technical aspects, and I just can't do that. So anyway, so what's been going on besides hot, sweaty weather and a beach day? Um, Obviously, it's school vacation. Well, it's not anymore. The kids went back to school this past week. Um, I think I turned into my mom. My older son is a junior this year, and my younger son started. He started his freshman year of high school. So now I have two kids in high school, and and I just had that "where's the time gone" moment, and uh, kids, they just make you older, man. So yeah, so that was exciting and nerve wracking, and I don't know, the my older one, Cole, what's today? Today's September 1st. Technically, in 16 days, he is eligible to get his driver's license, and I don't think anyone in this house, including him, is really prepared for that. So we spent a lot of time practicing driving, and oddly enough, just me. My husband hasn't taken him out driving. I don't know what that is, but we seem to have a good time, and I feel like I'm pretty laid back in regards to teaching him how to drive. He does pretty good though, so there's really nothing to stress out about. But yeah, we went on a little short family vacation. We went up to York, Maine, for a couple of days. We stayed right on the beach, which was really nice. What else? I did do a little stash enhancement, which I just realized I forgot to bring over here, so that was just silly of me. But anyway, it's for a project that I'm not working on until I think next month. So we've got time to see it. But anyway, yeah. So that was great. And then yeah, the kids went back to school. We went on vacation. I know the last time that we had talked, I had mentioned. Let's see if I can do this without dropping everything. That I had ordered this book, Knitting Comfortably: The Ergonomics of Hand Knitting by Carson Demers. I have read a little bit of it. I can tell that it's going to be very interesting, but for me, and I don't think this is surprising, it's a little textbooky. Um, so, but it's super informative, and, you know, I have to start doing the stretches. I've been a little lax with my reading because I have other books I'm reading too, so. But this really should take priority because my wrists they're not as painful, but it's sort of coming and going. So I don't know if it's work and being on a computer and being on a mouse all day long, or if it's the knitting, or if it's really just the two of them together. So that's that. But I have finished a few things, which I can show you. I know I had talked a couple of times about my personal baby sleeping blanket. Oh, let me show you the front. The front's nice too. Um, so here we go. So yeah, there we go. Nice long sleeping blanket. Isn't it so pretty? Just so nice. God, who doesn't love a rainbow? Really? Um, anyway, yeah, I finished this. Oh my God. Probably within a week of the last time I recorded. And I thought it was great, and it works just right for what I had intended, just for a light something while I'm sleeping. Especially for those nights when we have the air conditioner on and it gets a little too chilly, but you don't want to turn it off. So I happened to be sleeping with this one night, and someone, my husband, was sort of eyeing it. It's like, that's a nice blanket. Yes, it is. I like it. I bet it feels really nice. Yes, it does. Actually, it works really great. Can I just try it? So I let him try it. And guess what? He wanted a blanket too. I said, yes, fine, I'll give you one. And so I said, but you got to pick out the colors. And I love my husband, but I'm just going to show you. I didn't pick these colors. This is my husband's blanket. Yeah. Anyway, to be fair, I figured out I looked in the bag when he was out for the day and he went to Michael's and he went and bought his own cotton and I'm just looking and I said, why? But I realized when I was thinking about it more, he picked colors for all four of us. So the orange, this bright, crazy orange, is Cole's favorite color. Brown is sort of my husband's default color. Green is Seamus's favorite color. And I tend to be a purple lady. So it's sweet, but it clashes with my rainbow. How dare he? But yeah, so I've been working on those two. Well, I finished them both, and we've had them for a couple of weeks now, and he is very happy with this blanket. I am very happy with mine. So those are really the only two things that I have finished. Well, no. There's a third thing. This morning, when I was sort of being a little bit lazy, um, yesterday I had gone through my stash. I sort of tossed the stash and I was trying to organize things, and I was like, geez, man, I have so much cotton. So I was trying to think of a quicker way to get it sort of out of stash and into someone else's use or my own use or whatever. So I actually crocheted this morning. Are you sitting down? I crocheted this morning, and I don't know. I think it's pretty. Just a dishcloth. I have to work on my tension because this thing is wonkadoos. But yeah. So those are the three things that I have finished. Um, yeah. So I just want to stare at it. It's so pretty. It's almost like the rainbow blanket. But anyway, so that's that. Now, I did technically finish a sock. I think last time I had recorded, I had showed you the red socks that I had knitted for my mother for Christmas, and mentioned that she likes to have St. Patrick's Day socks, so she wanted this particular colorway, which is the Cozy Knitter Kiss Me I'm Irish. And I knit it up, and my mother's feet are a little bit smaller than mine, so usually I try them on, and if it's a little too snug, I know that I'm good. And this one, I went to try it on, and I was like, this is crazy. They're so tight. And then, of course, after I wove in ends and after I kitchenered the toe and everything else and tried it on and had this what's going on moment, I realized that I mistook the number 7 for the number 9. Yeah. So I was using my sock ruler to measure my progress, so I'd know when to start my toe, and I don't know why I kept looking at the ruler and thinking, oh, I'm close. I'll wait until it's 9 1/4 or just before 9 1/4, and I'm looking at it, and I can see the number 7, and it's, for some reason, when I was looking at it in real time, I kept thinking it's 9, it's fine, and then only in hindsight, I was like, no, that was a 7, not a 9, so that being said, I am going to have to rip back a little bit, but I'm going to wait until I am right. This one I've measured correctly, in case you were wondering. But I have the second sock here, and on the first sock, I stopped at this 7th orange stripe, and I've gone a little further. And I actually think I have to tink back just like a row or two and then start my decreases, but I am going to wait until this one is completely done, And then when I say completely done, I'm going to, you know, get to where I think I'm going to stop. My toe decreases, and right before I kitchen it, I'm going to try it on, or at very least put it on the sock blocker and see. But yeah, so I was really hoping to have these done before today, only because the new term of the Harry Potter House Cup starts today, and I just wanted to have everything sort of finished up so I could start with a clean slate. But it is what it is. But there's really, I mean, deadline. There's no deadline, but there is. It's Christmas, but it's September 1st, so I think I'm pretty good with that. And I know last time we talked, I think I had a buttload of hats, but I haven't really been working on the hats as much because I had an unexpected blanket to knit and I had an ordeal with the socks. So, yeah, so I've got a hat that I have to start decreasing for. But that's about it in terms of what's been going on for knitting. What else? I was trying to decide what I want to do next. I have a certain list of projects that I wanted to try to get done in terms of, and I, you know, like I have one of my goals for this year is to knit myself a sweater. I've never done that, and I really think I deserve a sweater. So I that's one of the things I bought when I was in Maine. I bought some Barocco Ultra Wool in like a dark charcoaly color, and I am going to knit myself a weekender. I finally decided on what sweater I wanted, so I did buy that. I bought an accent color in like a light blue color, and see how unprepared I am. I did not bring over my yarn to show you for stash enhancement, and there is an inspiration picture that I had for the weekender that I would like to knit up, and of course I don't have that ready either, but next time I will. See, now I get to make more notes and more lists. It'll be great. But I have been thinking about next year. I think the episode before last I had mentioned that last year I had decided I was going to knit through my self-striping stash and do a pair of socks a month. And I had it all planned out, so I knew exactly what skein I was going to be using in which month. And that went really well for me, so that, you know, if I finished a pair and I didn't have anything else going on, I would sort of know what to do. I really need a plan for everything, or else I just sort of spiral, and then I'm just knitting random stuff for no reason. So I've been thinking that next year I want to focus on charity knitting. Like there's, you know, other things I want to do. Like I'd like to knit myself some other sweaters if this one goes well. Fingers crossed. But I'd like to do some charity knitting. So I was trying to think of a way to, you know, I've been looking online for knitting charities that you can knit for, and, you know, which ones have a need. I looked for some, and they, you know, I mean, it's great when they're like, you know, we've got enough, so you can put us on your back burner for now. That's great if their needs are being met and sort of surpassed. That's fantastic. So yeah, so I think next year I'm gonna try to pick either a different charity a month, or I might pick a different charity a quarter. So at least get it four charities in that I want to knit for, alongside any other knitting that I might be doing for the year. So that's that. I may have mentioned this last time. I can't totally remember. I had been looking at the yarn advent calendars, and while I really, really do want one, I'm having a hard time sort of pulling the trigger, spending the money for one. So I had thought about doing a yarn advent swap, and I would like to organize that fairly soon if anyone is interested. So basically what you would do is, you know, if you're interested, let me know if you're interested in the show thread on the Ravelry group. And then I can sort of, once I have, if anyone's interested, then I can sort of create more of an individualized thread from there and work on it. But basically, what you'd be doing is you'd just be taking from your stash. I was thinking maybe, I think a lot of the advent calendars are, you get like a 5 gram ball, and sometimes you'll get a 10 gram every couple of days. I had done one last year, the Teeny Button Studio. Oh, yarn is beautiful. I love it. But I hinted to my husband if he really wanted to be nice to me for Christmas, he could do that. But we'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up. But but yeah, so I figured you could do, you know, so many days. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. 5 gram balls of yarn just from your stash. Most advent calendars are fingering weight yarn, so if you can do that, that'd be fantastic. Um, and then, if we can all agree that maybe you can throw in a couple of other, maybe knitting related or treats or whatever, I think it would just be fun. And not everybody can spend $150 on an advent calendar, but they still would love one. So this is just my idea. If you're interested in it, oh, see, I'm offsides again. If you're interested, please just let me know. I just think it would be fun. If nobody's interested, that's fine too. But I've been going through my stash, and I'm just feeling so overwhelmed by my stash that I sort of like the idea of, I know that I can go on like destash groups and destash sites and stuff like that, but there's something nice about, I just like putting packages together for people. So if you're interested, again, please let me know. Let's see. So, like I said, I'm a very forgetful girl, and I did not bring over the stash that I bought while I was on vacation. So I did buy, like I said, the sweater quantity for my weekender, um, and I also got sidetracked by some really nice wool that I would like to make another pair of color work mitts. I had done the Hastings mitts, um, the Patterns by Tracy of the Grocery Girls podcast, and I'd like to make another pair of those, because having another color work project was one of my goals for this year too, because I did them and I was really surprised at how well they actually came out. I was thinking they were just going to be a hot mess, and I liked it. It was enjoyable. So I don't have that to show you either, but I promise I will, because I'm going to get some stuff done. But I have something to show you. Give me a second. Notice I didn't forget. I did not forget to bring this over. So right now, this is a camera bag, because I didn't have anything else really good to keep it in. But I think I had mentioned this before. I don't remember. In April, the very beginning of April, I had met a girl at a D-Stash event over the next town over in Lowell, and she was telling me about this crazy Kickstarter that she had participated in. And she was talking about this spinning wheel and how it was only $75. And I was like, yeah, right, come on. So, of course, I Googled it and I looked it up, and the Kickstarter campaign was done, but Maurice of Dreaming Robots was taking pre-orders on his website. So, about a week ago, I'm trying to not drop this bag off of my lap. I really should be at a better table for this. But about a week ago, put this down. This lovely lady showed up at my house. So this is the Electric Eel Wheel Nano, and it is so cute. It's so light. I bought some feet for it, actually. Yes, I have not started spinning. I really want to. because I have my fiber and everything. But again, I was dead set on getting those socks finished and getting myself sort of squared away. And I had originally planned this weekend was going to be like my weekend for spinning on this. Um, but I have not started yet, so I'm hoping if I can finish those socks today, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. It's awesome. So yeah, it's very light. It's very, I mean, I think I've measured my hand before, like 6 inches. That's it. Fits in my hand. Um, yeah. So I will let you know. There's tons of people posting. They have a Facebook group, and there's tons of people posting in there. If you're interested in it, there are people posting videos on YouTube. Um, there's a lot of. I mean, it is $100 wheel. So trust me, I know that it's not, you know, it's not for heavy duty spinning, I guess. It's not for production spinning. It's for, I think it's good for someone like me who wants to try it out. And the drop spindle that I was using, I don't like to sit in traffic. I can do it, but if I know an alternate route, I just want to keep moving, even if it takes a longer way to get home. And the drop spindle for me was sort of like that. It was the draw it out, wind it on, draw it out, wind it on. And I just like the thought of just being able to more easily just go. And so we'll see. But I'm very excited. Um, and if it turns out that if I really do enjoy spinning as much as I kind of hope I do, then I could move up to, not gonna lie, I was looking at the dataless wheels, so, but that's that. So that is about all that's been going on here. Yeah, that's about it. So, again, if anyone's interested in the sort of yarn advent calendar swap, just please let me know. I just think it would be something fun to do. I was considering a knit along, but I don't really have. I do have a few prizes, but um, I think I might save it for October because I think it's more appropriate for October. So that being said, I am going to let you go now, but yeah, I'm going to try to get out and enjoy this day. Like I said, we have a barbecue to get to, so there's lots of, I shouldn't call it a barbecue, they're ordering pizza, and we're going to sit around the pool, and there'll be ice cream cake. So it's, yesterday was my husband's birthday, and his sisters are twins, and their birthday's in a few days, so they're sort of mushing everything all together. So pizza and ice cream cake by the pool for me. That's it. So I hope you have a really great couple of weeks until we talk again. Yeah, and thanks for stopping by the little house. Happy knitting.